This is a video series of entity framework. In this video, I will show you how to implement inheritance in data model. Let me show you in table here in person table. So this table store information about both instructor and student. So the last name column and first mid name column is common for both student and instructor, and higher date column is only for instructor, and here enrollment date is column only for student. We can configure entity framework to create a instructor and student entity that inherit from a person entity. This pattern of generating entity inheritance structure from a single database table is called table per hierarchy inheritance. Let me show you in course table. Here in course table we are using a different pattern. So we have a three table: online course, on-site course and course. For an online course, we are storing information about online courses, and on-site course we are storing information about on-site courses, and we have a foreign key that point to this course table, and common information about like a title and department ID and credits we are storing in this table. We can configure entity framework data model so that online course and on-site course entity inherit from course entity. This pattern of generating an entity inheritance structure from a separate table for each type, with each separate table referring back to a table that stores data common to all types, is called table per type inheritance. So right click, add entity, give the name, choose here a person and give the OK. Also do the same thing for a student. So here instructor and student are inherit from this person entity. So you can see here a property in person. Hire date is related to a instructor and enrollment date is related to a student property. So let's cut here a enrollment date and paste in student. Let's do a same thing for instructor. Cut and paste higher date in instructor entity, and also a enrollment date is not a null, so here we can set a nullable property is equal to false, and also higher date is not null, so also we need to set here a nullable property is equal to false. So here a person entity has a property person ID, last name and first mid name that are common to a instructor entity and student entity. So person entity is used as a base entity, therefore we need to ensure that it's never treated as an independent entity. So to do that, we need to set here a abstract property is true. Next thing we want to do here, we want to map an instructor and student entity to a person table. To do that, just right click on instructor and click on table mapping, and here choose a person table, and here we can add a condition. For an instructor, we need a higher date and is operator not null, and do a same thing for a student. Table mapping, person. Here for a student, we need a enrollment date and operator is not null. Here save all and get built. Now I can open a student and let me click on indicated effect. Here I can show you, we are using enrollment date is not null, so we are going to use here a entity type filter. So let me configure the data source. Next, and here I am going to choose a student for our entity type filter. Click. And let's switch on to source mode. So here you can see we just added this entity type filter is equal to student. So it's filter a student whose enrollment date is not null. So which means we don't need this one. Now we can filter a student from a entity type filter. Now we can go ahead and run this application. So here you can see it's work as it before. It shows the list of students whose enrollment date is not null. Let me search, let's say V, and you can see it's work. So here we filter a data using entity type filter. Let's open a student date file. Here filter student, take this page. Okay, so it's working. I'm not going to add a student here, believe me, it's working. So copy this so I can paste it in another page. Let's open a about page, and here we don't need this. Instead of we are going to use entity type filter. Let's test it, make sure it's working. Okay, it's working. Let's open an instructor page. Choose entity data source, instructor entity don't need this where filter. We are going to use instructor and okay. Let's test this page. There, you can see here the page is working. Okay, so let me first copy this and open a instructor course. Here, instead of web, we can use entity type filter. So let's test it. Here you can see we have a chemical physics. Let's add a new code. Sign. Here you can see new code. Let's remove. You can see remove successful and also it's available now. With the use of inheritance pattern, it's improved maintenance of application serverless way. This helps to isolate your application code from a change that you might make in the future to the database schema or data model. Another benefit of inheritance is your code is more readable and understandable. Thanks for watching this video.